He's come to claim revenge for Alex Pereira. He can't stand the Alex Pereira slander that's been going on the channel. Nacho was sitting there refreshing the stream minute by minute. He woke up this morning, he saw another Alex Pereira slander video, and he went, "Not today! Not today!" G'day, legends. How are we? What's up, Smelly? What's up, Nacho? What's up, Larry? How are you, dude? I was just too busy edging to type out that I know that music, Larry. It gets you every time, doesn't it? Gets you every time. Oh, the champ is here. What's up, Flat Earth Eric? How are you, dude? What's good, man? What's up, Jorgen? How are we? How is everybody? Happy... What day is it? Does it feel like Friday to anybody else? Or have I just been ran through this week with work? Have I just been ran through? What is... going back and forth, bricks. That's good to know, man. That's good to know. I tell you what, boys. It feels like Friday. It feels like Friday. So let's get some personal stuff out of the way. All right? I'm there. I'm working away, you know. The walls were straightened on Thursday. I'm hanging on Friday. I'm stopping up on Monday. I'm putting plaster on the walls. I'm getting my work done, you know? And then the builder taps me on the shoulder and he goes, "Oh, by the way, just by the way, all the kitchen cabinetry and all the laundry cabinetry and all the cabinetry for all the cabinetry is getting delivered first thing tomorrow morning. And all this that you're working on, it's kind of got to be done." I fucking trowed like I was back on meterage rates yesterday. I'll tell you what. Buckets of plaster and sweat were flying all over the place. Cooked, mate. Anyway, let's get back into it. Let's have some UFC time. Feels like something other than a Tuesday for sure. Doesn't it, Nacho? Doesn't it feel like something other than a Tuesday? You know what I could use tonight? Some Eternal MMA in Melbourne. Some Eternal MMA on the Aussie pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Eric? How are you, brother? How are you? The shirt is no longer on the back of this wicker basket. There's a bucket of t-shirts behind this wicker basket, and that's where the shirt is. So it's moved from where the sign was to the back of the wicker basket to the bucket next to it. But it's still an arm's reach away. Totemob says, "I hope it's a 5-round boring 50-45, as I have a long possible laugh at the poetards in chat. But unfortunately, Ank's winning by second round ground and pound. KO. I like it, Totemov. Don't know where this ground and pound is coming from, but why not? If we're going to predict an Magomed Ankalaev win, let's go straight for it. Let's go for it. Let's go for that. Let us go for that. Tell me about it, Two Smelly Fingers. That absolute mongrel of a bloke. Mongrel of a bloke. Where are we at? I am. Cool. Dougie the Huck Tour. What's up, Kenny, you bloody ripper? How are you, mate? Plaster and sweat are the best base for MMA YouTube. They might be, Nacho, because nothing keeps you on a grind being like, I have to make another video. I can't fall off my game. I've got to get better at YouTube. Than being like, surely there's another way out of this plastering career. Did you huck trowler? I did huck trowler, Larry. I did huck a trowel through the fucking wall, mate. I was thinking about having a few cold ones tonight. Maybe that's why I'm trying to convince myself it's not a Tuesday. Let's just crack. Let's just do it. You know what? Me and Nacho are calling it. Tonight is an honorable Friday night. Tonight, I know it's a Tuesday night. Might even be a Monday night. Might be a Monday night. If you're an American, I said, wow, what a Monday night. But on this very day, me and Nacho, me and the mod of the channel, it's an honorable Friday night. Honorable Friday night tonight, boys. Go and have yourselves a Friday night. I don't care what time of the week it is. Go and have yourselves a Friday night. Time and a half, Larry. Time and a half. Time up. So a few questions. Shoot away, Larry. Shoot away. What do we got? What takes have I had that I've gotten wrong lately? Let's work my latest videos. What have I done wrong lately? Blood, sweat, and drywall dust. That's how you get it done. I ate so much junk food last night. I still feel it. Yeah, I feel like that's what was going on with me on Sunday stream as well. You know, like on Sunday stream, I had to just let one rip the entire stream, and then I realized I had eaten way too many loaded fries the night before. You know, those things happen. The bevies have been unlocked for the night. That's it. Unlock the bevies. Go to the fridge, open up the bevies. Volk's becoming the pay-per-view champion at 314 after he beats up the fraud Diego Lopez. That isn't even near top level. Yeah, I wonder what do we reckon is the go with that? What is going on with UFC 314? So Alexander Volkanovski, as we now know, is in training camp, but is he in training camp for Diego Lopez, or is he in training camp for Ilia Topuria? What is going on with the timeline? You know what I've done? I'm guilty. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done this time? What have I done now? Dangerous time to be an unplastered wall. Absolutely, Flat Eric. Very danger. It'll be Volk versus Ilya. I reckon that too. Should we squeeze out a poll? Shall we do a poll together, boys? Let's do a poll. What does left lane know? What does left lane know? He's a fucking 18-year-old kid. What does the left lane know? What am I doing? So the brain is not going to be working well today. I'm going to have a good sleep. That's what I need tonight. A solid sleep. All right. What do we got? What's the 314 main event? Let us know down there in the poll. Shall we squeeze out a meaty poll? Not trying to come at you, bro. You did nothing. I'm just asking questions. Yeah, no. What? Go. Did I miss your question, Larry? Sorry, a few questions. No, go ahead. Let's go. Let's get the questions popping. Let's have an MMA chat on this MMA live stream. Let's do that. Let's go for that. Not 314, I guess. Ilya is fighting in May now. Okay, so maybe 315. Volk's next fight. You know what I'm saying. Maybe I should re-ask that question as, what is Volk's next fight going to be? Lopez or Ilya? Volk's getting slept again. Against Ilia Topuria, yes. Against Diego Lopez, I don't know, man. I don't know. Volk was doing very well in Ilya's first round. He might be able to drag Diego Lopez into deep waters. How's the beak on Ankalaev, though? It is truly cartoonish. Absolutely cartoonish. You know, maybe that's how Totemov is seeing the ground and pound finish, Flat Eric. You know? Beaking. Oh! Oh! Could be a beaking sort of a finish. I rewatched both the Volk and Islam fights this morning. It was a dirty work. Yeah, so I saw in the Discord as I was having a flick through, as I was having a flick of the Discord, seeing what everyone was saying in there. You don't think Alexander Volkanovski won the first fight anymore? Discuss. An unplanned wall doesn't stand a chance. You're absolutely right, mate. Any fucking wall I see that is unsmoothed will soon be smoothed. The boss is here. We can start the stream, boys. We can start the stream. You're done! Very okay. I have a sneaking suspicion you secretly want and hope Alex will win. No, it's not a secret. Although I did remember in today's video how I was like, if Alex beats Magomed Ankalaev, we'll have to start talking about it as a top 10 GOAT. There was a point that I was meant to put in there that is actually a plus point to Alex's GOAT status, and I can't remember it. But it was like prophetic. There was a point that I had to put in. He beat Yuri twice. He beat Jan Blachowicz. He beats Israel Adesanya. He beats... Oh, the other point, right? The other point to add to Alex Pereira's legacy if he beats Magomed Ankalaev. Not only would have Alex Pereira... Right, let me say this properly. Okay, so... If Alex, and then I'll read everyone's chats. If Alex Pereira beats Magomed Ankalaev, the GOAT conversation has to be based around this. Number one, he beat Israel Adesanya. Yeah, knocked out Israel Adesanya. Then he moves up to light heavyweight, beats Jan Blachowicz, who is one of the greatest light heavyweights of all time. Then he beats Yuri Prohaska twice, who is really a really well aging win. Is clearly the number two contender at light heavyweight. Then he beats Magomed Ankalaev. After having a year with so much activity that he broke Ronda Rousey's record for title defenses in the first quarter of the next year. Bilal still hasn't fought yet. You know? Ilya hasn't fought yet this year. He will have broken Ronda Rousey's record last year for title defenses and then beaten the true number one contender who drew for the title within the first quarter of the following year. Actually insane if Alex Pereira beats Magomed Ankalaev. Like, actually fucking insane. It's not, it's tell Lucas Tracy, now, mate. Now we can crack open the GOAT conversation again. Now we can peel open the can of the top 10 GOATs and really have a poke around in there and see where Alex Pereira fits in. Okay, let me. What's up, Tony? How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well, dude. Pay attention at work, brother. Lurk and work. But, you know, the entire fate of our universe depends on your very work. Let me catch up on some chats. If it's, let me, the poll, 50-50. 45-46. 54-46. Not bad. If it's Volk versus Lopez, the question will be, is it an interim or is it a vacant title? True, Toad. True. I would have to say it would be an interim, but if Ilya wins, he might vacate featherweight. I slammed my pecker in the toilet. That's what happens to Smelly Fingers when you're just walking around with absolute elephant trunks like gentlemen like yourselves and myself am. You know, Alex has been training this whole time, right? Him and Sean are basically doing a camp together. Yes, there was more focus on Sean the first one, but both needed to work on wrestling, so it aligned well. Yeah, no, I know Alex Pereira, like, has been training. I'm just, when it comes to, like, the mental fortitude of an athlete that is 100% locked in at the biggest challenge in their current weight class, I wouldn't expect them to be going to concerts in Sydney on the other side of the world 19 days before the title fight. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I'm sure he's been training. It's more like, what level of commitment is Alex Pereira giving to Magomed Ankalaev, Larry? Nacho says, I feel retarded that when watching it live, I actually thought Volk won. I had a lot of money on Volk, so I think that was swaying it for me. Yeah, right, so there was like a lot of bias. I mean, I'm obviously incredibly biased to Alexander Volkanovski. You know, it's been a while. It's probably been like 8 months since I've watched Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski 1. Might be worth a rewatch, Nacho, and see if I agree with that. Thoughts on Ank fasting leading up to the fight? Built-in excuse? Nah. How are you, Lame? What's good? Nah. I don't think. Because I think Ramadan is only like 9 days of the last 9 days before the camp, before the fight. I don't think it's going to affect him that much. Larry says, of course I have no real idea, Toe, but I can imagine it would be for any sort of title. But I can't imagine it would be for any sort of title. Yeah, I don't know about Volk versus Lopez. Maybe for number one contender. Who knows? I'm hearing that it will be for the vacant belt, but either way, we'll find out. We'll find out about a week. What do you reckon? About a week? 2 weeks? We'll get an announcement for UFC 314. Probably the week before UFC 313. But an off chance it is then vacant. There's no reason to do an interim. I think it does depend on how Ilia Topuria looks against Islam Makhachev. Like, if he beats Makhachev, there'd be an immediate rematch. But then he had to vacate. He would have to vacate. If he loses, he'll move back down. No, I think it'll be for interim. Is Strickland the fighter of the decade? No, not even close. Tony, come on, man. Why are you even throwing Strickland's hat in the ring for that? Like, fighter of this decade, of the 20s? It would have to be Israel Adesanya of the 20s, Israel Adesanya or Alexander Volkanovski. If John Jones beats Tom Aspinall, it would have to be John Jones. Yeah, the fighter of the decade for the 20s. Yeah. So Ronda Rousey is the GOAT, you're saying? I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm saying she has a moment in history. She has a record. Will you give him the number one pound for pound? No, because it's not skill. It depends on the fight. I honestly, Nacho, I cannot tell you whether or not I'll give him the number one pound for pound. It depends on what skills I see in the fight. But I will make a video trying to properly set the weight of what Alex Pereira has done to really try and draw that picture clearly of what Alex Pereira has done. What rounds do you think Islam Makhachev won, Nacho? In the first fight with Alexander Volkanovski, what rounds do you think he won? Why wouldn't 314 be Shavkat? What's up, Giuliano El Gente? How are you, brother? How you been, man? I hope you're doing good, dude. Why wouldn't 314 be Shavkat versus Bilal Ishmael? Yeah, I know. I should have worded that as... what will Alexander Volkanovski's next fight be? Which will probably be the co-main event of UFC 314. Yeah, dude. Yeah. How we going with our bet, by the way, Giuliano? How we going with our bet, mate? It's good to see you. I genuinely think Islam is afraid that Tapuria could completely derail his legacy. I don't think he's generally worried about internet trolls say. He's trying to fight Gaethje for fuck's sake. Yeah, I mean, does anyone really give a fuck about Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje? Like, does anyone truly believe that Islam Makhachev versus Justin Gaethje is a competitive fight? Let's do this poll, right? Let's do this poll. Oh, my eyes. We'll be right. We'll be right, boys. We'll be right. We're going to press on. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Electrolytes, the giver of life. Look, I didn't even get a chance to clean my water bottle. I just jumped in the shower and then came straight here. So I got plaster all over my water bottle. Back into it, boys. Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? Where am I at? Yep. Elephant dick. What a way to get back into the chat. Elephant dick. Shabcat versus Bilal. Yep. If the concert was in the US, would you feel the same? I slightly less. Different degrees of shocked. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just the fact that, like, look, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, maybe the Drake concert's on a Sunday night, Saturday night. He's been training all week. He goes there sober. He just wants to sit in the front row, sit in the back row, sit in the VIP section and just watch the concert. Honestly, I really don't have too much of a problem with that. That's not such a big deal. But the fact that, like, I have done the trip from Australia to America quite a few times. It doesn't, like, either way, it doesn't matter whether you've done it or not. He's still got to acclimate back into the American time zone in 19 days' time, why is he doing it? Why is he still in Australia? Why were you not on a plane back to America the day after UFC 312? I don't get it. Has Alex Pereira got a baby mama here in Australia? Why is he down here so much? Tony Two Stars says, I was in a job interview the other day and got asked about hobbies. I said MMA and I was asked who my favorite fighter was. I said Tapuria and the boss showed me his Volk coffee mug. Oh no. And I never got the callback. Oh no, dude. So Nacho says it was an easy 48-47 for Islam Makhachev. Probably 49-46, but I can see Volk getting the third round with his activity. Oof. Jeez, how times have changed. Lane says Ramadan is a month long, starting on Feb 28th. I think he'll drink water between the rounds. I also think he'll drink water between the rounds. Yeah, but I think too much is made of Ramadan, Lano. Lennis. I think too much is made of Ramadan because you can eat. You just can't eat while the sun is up. So you can eat big meals around your training camp. In fact, you could do Ramadan and schedule your sleep where you could still eat 3 meals in a 24-hour period, just sleep in during the day. Do you actually think they're going to do Islam versus Ilya? No, I don't. I don't think they're going to do Islam versus Ilya. Strickland isn't even fighter of the month. Boom! Get him, Nacho. I said there's no reason for an interim under the assumption that Islam versus Ilya will not be getting Oh, right. Yep, fair enough then, Larry. Fair enough. Juliano Arente! Pay Dougie. Turn off the music, Doug, you sausage. You bloody sausage, Doug. Turn the music off, Doug. There we go. Done. The funniest thing is that a competitive fight... The funniest thing is that it's a competitive fight because of how overrated Islam is. Who? The Gaethje fight? That's why it's competitive? Of course, Sean isn't Fighter of the Month or the Decade, but he was Fighter of the Year in 2023. True, he was Fighter of the Year in 2023, so I guess he's sort of got to get considered for the Fighter of the Decade conversation. Hey, sorry for talking shit the other day. I'm retarded. Shavkat lost the shine after the Gary fight. I completely agree, Flat Eric. Completely. What do you think Islam did to win round 4, Nacho? Stand your base, smelly fingers. Dear Giuliano Gente, when are you going to pay your best mate, Dougie? From Nacho. That's a great question. It's very important to take some mental breaks to just enjoy yourself during camp. It's not good to be literally 100% focused on your oncoming fight. Are you coming back on? Phone? Are you coming back on? Where's the screen coming back on? There we go. Nice. I agree, Larry. It is important to take some time off. What's up, brother 9000? How are you? I agree, Larry. It is important to take some time off. I really agree, man. I agree. He was already distracted on his own fight by going to corner Strickland. He was already distracted of that. And now he's distracted by staying in Australia for yet another week and going to concerts as well. He should be in Vegas getting locked in. Absolutely should be getting in Vegas locked in. The fights are at night, so Ramadan doesn't even matter that much. Yeah, I think the only way that like Ramadan would affect you is like your caloric intake versus how much energy you're burning. But then again, like I said, if you, like these fighters, they want to pretend like they're top level athletes, like NBA athletes, NFL athletes, like world class soccer stars. So if you are that level of athlete, and I guess this sort of goes back to the conversation I'm having with Larry about training camps and, you know, we're 19 days away from a world title fight, which to you as the fighter essentially should be like your grand final, your Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like if you're fighting for a world title, these are your grand final moments, your Super Bowl moments. So I can imagine like not throughout your entire career having to be 1000% locked in, but for these fights, for 19 days out, you really should be. And the same thing goes for Magomed Ankalaev and Ramadan. Like, you have the right to practice Ramadan as a human being, but you should also have the mental capacity to schedule your training camp and your body clock around that so you can keep eating the correct amount of calories that you need to train properly and cut weight properly. The fights are at night anyway. Yep. What's up, Mo? How are you, brother? What's up? Just stopping by quickly to say Islam wouldn't have a competitive fight with Gaethje, Max, or Armin. They'll all get touched up, all Diddy. What's up, Mo? Good to see you, man. Have a good day at work, brother. I think he would have a very competitive fight with Armin Tsarukyan. Yeah, dude. That's the fight I want to see the most for him. Glover Teixeira and Alex working on submissions. I hope so, Johnny. Or at least getting out of them. Can you react to medley of... probably not. Probably not, brother. Probably not. How are you, though? It's good to see you, mate. Larry said, regardless, though, so if you would see it at least a bit different if the concert was in the US, how far ahead do you think fighters should be traveling to Australia distance to properly acclimate? To places that are in a completely different time zone, I would say a month. Again, like if you're going to treat a world title... Like, I think if you're unranked, 2 to 3 weeks is probably enough. I think if you're ranked or around that number one contender, like if you're having a number one contenders fight, if you're in the top 10 where every single fight matters on your title run, especially when it comes to title shots where every single fight matters, I would be in the city that I would be fighting in on the time zone of when I would be fighting on the card for like a month. Just to have everything flowing properly. Absolutely everything flowing properly. I would try and cover all my bases. But I am a professional. Dougie, I have to go now. See you, DJ Aiden. Thank you for letting the chat know you won't be here. We will try and manage on without you. Overtraining can be a problem. Overtraining can absolutely be a problem. That's true. The boss is out. Alex does camps like a kickboxer because they have a lot more fights. They're constantly in camp, but it's more relaxed than an MMA camp. They're always pretty much fight ready. Yeah, maybe. I guess that's what, like, I don't doubt that Alex Pereira is just leaning on his own. What's up, Crossover? How are you, dude? What's up, Cheddarhead? What's up, Giuliano Gente? Oh, you were here before. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Let me read your chats. Yeah, I'm sure Alex knows his body and knows how much training he needs. What is your prediction for the 313 main card? Who's main eventing? So, who's it? My brain is blanking. It's Gaethje Hooker. I think Hooker's going to beat Gaethje. Magomed Ankalaev. Magomed Ankalaev's going to win. They all cheat during Ramadan anyway. Who are we kidding? Whoa! Accusations from Cheddarhead, probably. Marab can outrun Usain Bolt. No, Johnny. No, he can't. What's up, Yog? Can you do the poll on the things that you would do to Alexa Grasso's feet? No. No, I won't. How are you, Cheddarhead? As a former Muslim myself, I will say that Ramadan won't be too bad of an effect on Magomed. What they do is just switch their days and nights. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They sleep all day and that's literally what I'm talking about, Mo. We're on the same. Yeah, we're literally on the same page. What's up, Dougie? Islam beats them all. Armin gives him the toughest fight. That's what I think, man. I think Armin is the most competitive fight. Why not, Dougie? It's good. Mongolian throat singing. All right, I'll check it out, brother. It sounds like the kind of music that I have behind the prayer videos that I do, man. Tony Ferguson trained for too long and too early for Justin. He also did 2 weight cuts, Johnny. Don't forget that. He made weight 2 weeks in a row just to prove that he could. He probably shouldn't have done that. And some people are cheeky and will choose not to fast but will make up for it after Ramadan finishes. People do this in Islam in general because it's allowed in specific scenarios. Knowing the Dagestanis being religious, I think they just go for the nighttime method. Yeah, that's what. And again, that's the thing. Like, if you're a professional athlete that wants to be considered on the level of like an all-star soccer player, an NBA athlete, an NFL player, like if you want to be considered like one of the best athletes in the world, just adjust your day-night cycle for a couple of fights of your career, and then your career will be over, and you could go down in the history books. Like Islam Makhachev will. Islam Makhachev will go down in the history books as one of the best fighters of all time. So yeah, I think if that's what you're aiming for, you can adjust your sleep schedule accordingly. Perhaps a good way to think about it might be to consider how many fighters say they like taking fights on short notice because they aren't spending weeks and weeks with it weighing on their mind. Yeah, no, I get like it does seem like he knows his body particularly well, and because he has had such a long kickboxing career, he knows how much prep time he needs. It just does seem weird to me. Like I can understand where Alex is coming from. I get the point that you guys are trying to make. But again, like, we're talking 2.5 weeks. He's got to be in Las Vegas. I personally wouldn't be going to a fucking Drake concert on the other side of the world 2.5 weeks before that. And he cut weight twice unnecessary. Yeah. Does Islam losing on the feet to Moicano not make you think Topuria could win? He literally only needs to land once. No. I don't. I think Topuria could land on Islam Makhachev, but I think when the grappling starts, for as skilled as Topuria is, there are weight classes for a reason, and Islam Makhachev is a gigantic fucking lightweight. Gigantic. Can you do a poll on things you would do to Valentina Shevchenko? Her feet or just her? Because I don't know if you've been in this channel long enough, Johnny. There is no woman above the ankles. Half of them are caught on steroids. If we don't believe they don't sneak a spoon of Hamas when the sun's... Well, there's nothing in the Quran about steroids, mate. Larry, Islam was landing the jab and lead right hook and a lot of knees in the clinch. He also landed some good 1-2s. Had a sit double leg and took... We really need to do our breakdown of how to score fights together, chat. We might do it during UFC Seattle's live stream during the quiet moments between the fights. I think we might start working on that. I'm pretty sure they're required to pray during the day. Though, what has praying got to? What's up? Not the aim, bro. It's good to see you, man. What has praying got to do with any of it? Like, you can stop camp. How long does a Muslim prayer take? 20 minutes, 3 times a day. When I was working in an office, they had Muslim prayers on Friday. And the boys ducked out for about half an hour. And then came back and went back to work. I don't think it takes up that much time, man. I can't imagine there's more than a tiny handful of fighters who travel to the fight location a month ahead of time. But fair enough. I agree. It could be optimal for some, just not realistic. Is there any more to that? No, that's it. Yeah, no, I get it, dude. I get it. It's more just like... Well, how locked in... As a percentage, Larry, as a percentage, right... Considering, how much, like, you've got fighters like Yuri Prohaska that needs to go into a fucking dark room and meditate on the fight for 6 months. Now, I would say that's probably too locked in. You know what I mean? I would say that's probably too locked in. But as a percentage, with Alex Pereira being on the other side of the world to coach Sean Strickland and then hanging around in the country for over a week to go to a Drake concert, how locked in do you think Alex Pereira is for Magomed Ankalaev? Maybe that's a good question for a poll. Yeah. How could you score it for Volk at all, Larry? He spent the majority with his back taken after getting pieced up on the feet. Control time doesn't count for much. Islam has a lot of comp left at lightweight. Armin, Gaethje, Hooker, winner of Oliveira and Max. Yeah, so I don't think we even need the Gaethje fight, to be honest. And I sort of think, Blueprint, how are you? Good to see you. Does Max Holloway not deserve a title shot already? He knocked out the number one contender, Justin Gaethje. I was on MMA Experts live stream today, and we were talking about this. Like, Max Holloway, Alex Pereira gets knocked out at middleweight, moves up to light heavyweight, knocks out, beats Jan Blachowicz barely, gets a title shot. Khamzat Chimaev has done fuck all at middleweight, right? Usman is not a fucking middleweight. He's a welterweight. They were two welterweights fighting a weight class up against each other. His best and only real win is Robert Whittaker, and good on him, and he is getting a title shot for that. Max Holloway steps up on UFC 300, fucking knocks out Justin Gaethje, who should have been in line for a title. He should not have taken the Max Holloway fight. He did not need to take the Max Holloway fight. Knocks out Justin Gaethje in spectacular fashion. Couldn't be more spectacular fashion. He is a star athlete that sells pay-per-views, which is the most important thing that the UFC goes for these days anyway. He's fought in lightweight a couple of times for a title, by the way, against Dustin Poirier at an interim title, and he has recently knocked out the number one contender at lightweight. Why are we even considering that Max needs to fight again at lightweight? I get that he just lost to Ilia Topuria, but this was at featherweight. This is not relevant. Iggy Azalea going to be performing Dan Hooker's walkout song. Good for Dan. Islam's better on the ground than who? Armin? I wouldn't go to a Drake concert ever because Drake fucking sucks, but that is a separate issue. That's true. Well, would you be going to a Tool concert, a 9 Inch Nails concert, 2.5 weeks? No, I mean, if Tool and 9 Inch Nails came down to Australia, I wouldn't miss that for the fucking world. So yeah, you know what? Good on Alex Pereira. Good on him. Hugh Jackman going to be the new head coach for Dan Hooker. Based. The problem that Topuria will have is boxing range is grappling range. That's the thing. And Islam will be able to clinch Topuria, who is smaller, and then drive those very knees up the middle that Nacho was just talking about into Ilia Topuria's face and stomach. I'm finishing off Nosferatu, then watching the 2024 one of movies I gotta watch. Okay. All right, Blueprint. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing your movie list. I think praying 10 times a day would make it hard to sleep. Oh, right. Like they need to be awake to pray. Is that what you're saying? Just sleep through it. God knows you love him. Denver City, you need to train there early due to the high elevation. True. Movsar Evloyev can out-wrestle Islam to a 50-45 decision. No, he can't, Johnny. No, he can't. No, he fucking can't. But I guess Topuria has got his mythical wrestling background, which we've all agreed means nothing unless it's a fighter that we like. Yeah. No, well, it's the jiu-jitsu one. And the jiu-jitsu one that he's going to use to create scrambles. But, yeah, I still think Islam Makhachev beats Ilia Topuria. Justin's manager only cares about money. Everyone's manager only cares about money. I mean, good, man. Good. Working, but good. Tim says, I agree. Khamzat got lucky with a fluke against Rob. He did. It was a fluke that Rob's jaw broke. Islam's better than Topuria on the ground. I would say his top pressure would be heavier just because he's bigger. Dougie, you're my favorite freak. Thanks, Kenny, you bloody ripper. Ilia Topuria. I'm going for evil Ilia in that one. Nacho, I don't understand why you don't have an ardent basis against Daggies. I'll remind you of all the weight, PD, ice bucket, freaky midget, IV, cheating, bullshit by Islam and all the Daggies, but Ankalaev. Islam is fake. Volk is number one. DP and Moicano all outstruck him. I'm not asking you to hate on them, but factor that into their cheating. Boo the Daggies, essentially, is what Tim is saying there. Johnny is a Mobzar fan. I'd nearly respect it if I didn't think Mobzar was a twat. Yes. And also his wife is a child. Funniest thing is seeing all the Conor McGregor memes and seeing that Conor McGregor's them. Elliot the Pewdie. Oh, mate. Conor's so locked in on the internet culture. It's as close as he can get. It's as close as he can get to being in the UFC. It's just being part of the MMA online culture. I wonder if Conor McGregor has had a lurk on the live streams. What do you reckon? Just like coked up, sitting in his bungalow in the backyard, got a bottle of proper 12 on his lap, just scrolling the YouTube live, listening to live streams. Brian Ortega can submit Islam Makhachev? No, Brian Ortega couldn't submit Tracy Cortez. Who got Cejudo or Song? I got Song by early KO. Cejudo has aged. I've got Song. Jared Cannonier makes me worry that the old farts, sometimes old farts just win in the UFC. Sometimes the old farts are having a good run. Here's what I'm thinking. If we live in a 2025, if we are alive in 2025, and Volk, Izzy, and Usman are all running on horrible losses, yet somehow Henry fucking Cejudo is the one from that era that can still get wins. I won't be happy. I will not be happy. Things are going to get changed around here for the worse. It's going to be a very sad channel. What's up, Bilal's good eye? How are you, brother? How are you, dude? Giuliano, are you still here? You still here, dude? What's good, man? Are you still here? Giuliano Agente? Hello? Giuliano? Agente? Are you here? Hello? Hello? No? Okay. Yo, what's up, bro? How are you, man? How have you been? How have things been since the bet? Where are we at? Tim, don't come quoting your Discord comments on him. Moicano was 5 pounds heavier than Islam on fight day. Why aren't you calling him a weight bully? Islam 45-70'd Volk and then slept him in the first. That second fight doesn't count. That one doesn't count. There wasn't much of a gap on the feet for the first bit of round 4, Nacho, and Islam spent most of that round doing nothing but holding and trying. Yeah, I think if you do read it as damage-based scoring, that's the round where Islam Makhachev spent the entire round in a body triangle and Volk was giving him pitter-patter shots behind the head. If you think that Merab Dvalishvili beat Sean O'Malley with his pitter-pat shots to the upper thigh, you have to believe that Alexander Volkanovski beat Islam Makhachev with his pitter-patter shots to the forehead. Either pitter-patter shots count or they don't. And it's time to fucking sack up, Dagestani fans. Who won? Who won? Volk or Sean O'Malley? Pick one. Because it's the same fucking argument. And I'm sick of pretending it isn't. Send that to Dagestan. Clip that and send that to Magomed Ankalaev in Dagestan. He'd been actively working for the rear naked choke, but he wasn't. They weren't heavy shots, but Volk was actually trying to hurt his opponent, unlike Islam. If you just look at them at the end of the round, you can clearly see who it went better for. Volk looked good and fresh, and Islam was dead. True. Islam was dying towards the end of the fight. You could tell Islam thought he lost by the look on his face at the end of the fight. I was busy, but Islam is not a gigantic lightweight. Laughing my ass off. He struggled to control every opponent on the ground, and Moicano weighs more than the guy. Moicano put himself in that sub. Moicano freaked out and tried to get better, tried to get back on the feet. Yeah, Islam is a pretty big. I mean, he fucking kills himself to get down to lightweight. He needs the IVs, otherwise he can't make it. Go watch round 4 again, Larry, if you still think that Volk won that round. I can submit Tracy Cortez at night, said Johnny. Sugar versus Song would be wicked. It would be wicked. Why do you think Islam would be so dominant in the grappling against Topuria? He's probably marginally stronger, but outside of the round in fights, he hasn't shown dominance on the ground. I don't because Ilia Topuria already looks like a small featherweight to me. He looks like he could have a little bit more thickness at featherweight. And again, for what I just said about Islam Makhachev, he cuts a lot of weight to get to lightweight. Needs the IV to survive the cut to lightweight. Yeah, I think he's got higher top pressure. Yeah. Nacho, you know damn well Moik is in the same category as Bilal and Merab with me. Plus, can we really truly hold it against anyone for cheating against a cheating Daggies? Come on, mate. Okay. I've watched it many times, Nacho, but it's been a while. I'll watch it again. Prime BJ Penn would have KO'd Khabib and Islam. No. Maybe. No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. Hot take. MVP is the best striker in the UFC. That is a hot take. And the wrong take. No, he's not. No, he is not. Ilia Topuria is the best striker in the UFC. Or Alex Pereira. Ilia Topuria or Alex Pereira. There was a big gap in the fourth in the striking. Islam was piecing him up, and Volk has consistently acknowledged his strikes. Volk landed like 2 punches. Boo. Wrong. Okay. Boo. Merab beat Sean by giving him the kiss of death. Yeah, that's what the judges saw, and they were like, no. O'Malley didn't take Merab's back. Doesn't matter. Not all pitter-patters are created equal. Yeah, ones are from Dagestanis, ones are from Americans. Only the ones from the Dagestanis count as impact. It's not the same argument when Islam was outlanding him. I really need to rewatch that fight. Is this a content stream or just Dougie's beautiful face and voice? Oh, it's just my face and voice, mate. Just my face and voice. I did have content in the back end. I was listening to Bedtime's video today where he was doing his Unk list, and he talked about the Unk pound for pound, the over 40s pound for pound, and I was like, well, if he's not going to do that, I'll do that live with the boys. So we were going to do an over 40-year-old pound for pound. We might still get to it. There's only 15 minutes left, but we might get to it tomorrow. We're just hanging. It's the first time we've hung out since the fights on the weekend, so we might just get to it tomorrow. Do you think Dougie is a real person, or is this a CIA psyop on me? Is he AI? If I was AI, I'd be a lot smarter than I am. I'd probably be able to read and talk and spell and not constantly get things wrong, and probably remember the fights that I talk about. If I'm an AI, I'm like first gen. I'm the dumbest fucking AI on the planet. Going back to LA. See, I can't even fucking read this. Going back to LA on Wednesday. Get ready for the return of State of Subjugation when I'm back to burying the community on Picks Weekly, son. This is what you think we're talking about? You making picks again, Giuliano? This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about man-to-man bets. Visual handshake bets. The community remembers, Giuliano. It will never forget. Prime Gay Maynard would stop all of Khabib and Islam's wrestling. No, he wouldn't, Johnny. You're wrong again. Imagine getting a small lick for Grosso feet every day. No, Yok, no. How is Topuria a small featherweight? He's the same weight as Volkanovski in the cage. I don't get what makes you think he's small, like an inch shorter than... He's like an inch shorter than you. Fuck off, Tony. It's just the build, mate. The build, when I look at it, when I give him the eye test, I reckon he's not that thick. Like, I could get him down my throat. No, it is just the eye test. Like, I look at Volk, he looks thicker, manlier. It looks like more built into the weight class. Same with Max Holloway. Like, Max Holloway looks broader in the lats and the chest. Ilya seems small for a featherweight. I wish I had a way to articulate that better, Tony. I really do. I just don't. He feels and looks to me like a small featherweight. Pitter-patter shots. Portuguese Herzog, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Pitter-patter shots from a dominant position are different to throwing blind over your shoulder with your back taken. This must be the argument. Pitter-patter shots are built differently, I guess. O'Malley got out-grappled, and people already forget how good his striking is. Well, I mean, it's damage-based scoring, not grapple-based scoring. You know what I mean? Good thing Khabib never rematch Gleason-Tibau. Well, shit. Same thing will happen to Pereira, the pitter-patter shots. You reckon, Mr. Totemov? The rainbow head freak? Yes, true. He is. Absolutely is. Juliana Pena is the best striker in the UFC today. That is the most retarded thing we've said all stream. Yep. I got some content in the back end, if you know what I mean. Okay, Kenny, you bloody ripper. Don't make me rip you open, Kenny. Things are getting weird in here today. I can see round 3 for Volk and round 5 was clearly his, but a judge would have to be Adelaide Bird to score it for round 4 for Volk. Well, then we need Adelaide Bird in the house, mate. People forget O'Malley got subbed Khabib with Twister. People forget, man. O'Malley got subbed Khabib with OTM. That doesn't even make any sense. Try again. But thank you. Thank you for the chat. I appreciate it. MVP would KO Ilya. You've all seen MVP would KO Ilya. You've all seen what Jai almost did to him. Imagine a 10-time kickboxing champ, MVP O'Malley. MVP is the best striker in the UFC. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. He's got a very unique style. That's very good for him. MVP is not the best striker in the UFC. It's Alex Pereira, Ilya Topuria, JDM, Yair Rodriguez, Leon Edwards, fighters like this. Valentina is the best wrestler in the UFC today. No, she isn't. No, she isn't. Juliana is just laughing his ass off. God. The chat remembers Giuliano. $315. Giuliano not standing his base at all. That's all right. The community will know the man by his reputation. I'd rather have a reputation than money. Shout out to Giuliano for entertaining me 3 times last week. Melsek striking denial and all. I feel like there's more to that. No, just Melsek just striking denial and all. Toad, as you said, Islam had control time and Charles had a sub attempt. That was apparently close enough that Arman felt the need to do the dead body defense in order to get out, which could have gotten the fight stopped because of the visual on it. I'm still very surprised the ref didn't check on him, to be honest. Oh, the Arman fight? Yeah. I didn't know you were a singer. I'm not. But I've got a new Johnny song. Okay? No, Johnny, you're wrong, Johnny boy. You're fucking wrong, Johnny boy. Update the top 10 strikers. Ilya is not a top 20 striker. No leg kick defense. No. You think Ilya Topuria is not a top 20 striker in the UFC? Prime Ronda Rousey would have submitted Chris Cyborg. So we can sing the Johnny song again. Giuliano, you owe Dougie's money and never paid, huh? It's going around, PT. It's going around. I'm going to drop my new top 10 strikers. Please do. Please do, Blueprint. Please do. Prime Ronda Rousey, KO's Prime McGregor. No. What is happening in here? What is going on? What happened to chat? What happened to chat that knew what was happening? There was this time when chat had people like Larry and Toad and Tony and and Nacho, these old heads and Cayman, people who understand the game. Someone made an interesting comment. When Chimaev took down Whittaker, he flowed with him, but when DDP was on top of Whittaker, Whittaker couldn't move. His whole posture got crushed. That's what the strong... Is there any more to that, Cayman? Someone made an interesting comment. When Chimaev took down Whittaker, he flowed with him. But when DDP was on top of Whittaker, Whittaker couldn't even move. His whole posture got crushed. That's strong. Right. His whole posture got crushed. That's strong. Yeah. True. When DDP was on top of Whittaker, Whittaker couldn't even move. Yeah, see, Khamzat Chimaev is like also... Did you watch MMA Che's breakdown of the fight as well? Khamzat Chimaev is all fucking pulling people out of their base, moving them around. DDP is very Derek Lewis-esque. And what I mean... And I bring you that because what I mean by that is he just fucking chads it. He's just strength. He's just all upper body strength and raw fucking willpower. Sean O'Malley would knock out Islam in the second round. No, Johnny boy, no. Like I said, I'll rewatch it, but it was 1.5 minutes of a 5-minute round, so it'd have to be very, very dominant to outweigh 3.5 minutes that he wasn't winning. True, Larry. That's what I thought the first time I watched it. Why do you pretend Islam will be able to grapple for 5 straight rounds despite never having been able to do that in his career? I didn't say that. I said Ilya will be able to land some shots on Islam Makhachev, but I don't think they'll knock Islam Makhachev out. I agreed with Mogamed that when they're in close boxing range, Islam Makhachev will be able to grapple, like clinch, like face-to-face, standing clinch with Ilia Topuria, and Islam's elbows and knees up the center are fucking devastating, and because of the height difference, those knees are going to land on Ilia Topuria. So I believe that Ilia might win some exchanges on the feet, but in the close quarters exchanges on the feet, the grappling, Islam Makhachev will win them. And then when it does go to the ground, Islam Makhachev is the heavier fighter, in my belief, and will have heavier top pressure. That doesn't mean he'll do it for the entire 5 rounds, but that means he could win the last 2 minutes of each round, the last minute of each round, and then get up and let him go and go back to clinch striking. That's more how I see the fight, Tony. Aaron Blanchfield has the best feet? No, we've already established. We've already established that. It's not Aaron Blanchfield. Yeah, man, I think Urseg is going to win, man. Yes, Bilal's good eye. Another day, another love for Urseg. I'm worried that the Daggy propaganda has got you. If you feel like some thought... Nacho, I'm worried that the Daggy propaganda has got you. If you feel like some thoughts you have on Daggies may not be your own, get in touch. Mind control doesn't work on me anymore. Oh, shit. Larry, Islam was winning the grappling with his dominant position. Volk won 0 minutes of round 5. God damn. MVP would defeat Hamzat by decision. No, he wouldn't. No, Johnny, you're right. Fuck up, Johnny. Fuck it. Hell, let me catch up with everyone. With all due respect, Dougie, that list is terrible. I'm going to show you the real 10 best strikers in this world. All right, Blueprint. All right. All right. I'm here. I'm ready for it, mate. My face is ready and willing for you, Blueprint. I'm not talking about the scoring because Marab obviously won. I'm just saying that O'Malley's strike get underrated because his grappling got exposed. The same thing will happen to Alex after Ank. Ooh, I think that the MMA community is going to be very angry at Ank Alive after the fight because he's going to make it boring. He is going to make it boring, yeah. If Dougie really wanted the $300, he'd make the 3-hour video on why he was right. No. No, I fucking not. No, I would not. Yair isn't even a top 15 striker. He's got no hands. Yair has hands. You're just overlooking it because his kicks are so good. What's up? I got a snowmobile today. That's fucking sick, Rob's neighbor. Can I have a go on it when I come to America? That's fucking awesome, man. Prime Ronda judo throws cyborgs into Dana in the front row. Yes. This is what happens. Ilya isn't a striker. He's a boxer. Why do people keep trying to say this? Same thing with my boy JDM. They're in love with the boxing. Ilya throws kicks. Ilya does throw kicks. The criteria states very clearly that it is incorrect, Nacho. It's so abundantly clear that it's not really even up to interpretation. This is why we need to make this the document. Prime Ronda KOs Brock Lesnar. Yeah, obviously. And then Joe Rogan cries. It's just the most fucking beautiful thing I've ever seen. Fucking Ronda Rousey's a fucking god. Fuck, she's a goat. Can you pick me, Ronda? I'm not going to lie, Bilal is starting to feel like Urseg is going to piece Moreno. I'm not going to lie, Bilal. It's starting to feel like Urseg is going to piece Moreno up. Vintage Urseg incoming. Vintage Urseg. He's been in the UFC for 4 fucking fights. What the fuck are we talking about? What are we fucking talking about anymore? Vintage Urseg. He got into the UFC last fucking year. Vintage Urseg. What are we talking about? It's Brandon Moreno. He's 32. Brandon Moreno is peaking right now. Urseg is fucking 3 fights out of eternal MMA. I'm having a fucking stroke with these takes today, boys. I'm having a stroke. It shall be noted that a successful takedown is not merely the changing of a position, but the establishment of an attack from the use of a takedown. Top and bottom position fighters are assessed more on the impact, effectiveness, results of their actions more than their position. This criterion will be the deciding factor in a high majority of decisions. Yes, so is holding on to a body triangle. Where is the exact words that I'm looking for? Is holding on to a bottom triangle an effective action more so than pitter-patter shocks over the back of the head? Apparently me and all three. Oh, damn. Damn, you're getting close, Dougie. I won't last. No, chill. That could be read in so many different ways, my friend. But yeah, the race is on, brother. The race is on. Although, who are we kidding? Yeah, the baddie beat us. Islam's score of Adriano Martinez coming back to Islam's scared of Adriano Martinez. No, Johnny, you're wrong. Josh Emmett sleeps Tybura. You guys are trying to make me die of bad takes today. Imagine how soft Alexa Grasso's feet feel wrapped around you. Yog. You crank one out, mate. Go crank one. Go take a 5-minute break. You're not yourself. Go crank one out and have a Kit Kat and then come back. Islam piecing up Volk for 2 minutes, talking him down with a double leg and then taking the back when Volk tried to crawl to the cage, then sat in back control for 2 minutes while looking for a choke. Little pitter-patter punches to a target you can't see isn't winning you anything. Oh, fuck. We're having another watch along. We're going to the Discord and we're having another watch. Well, not now, not today, but someday. Johagan! Nacho, you know damn well that the judges regularly don't score rounds the way criteria says they should. They've agreed numerous times that certain rounds in various fights should have been scored differently. We have both agreed on that. Here we go, boys. Blueprints top 10. Here we go. Everyone ready? Lock in. Here we go. Blueprints top 10 strikers. I'm telling you right now, he's already fucking wrong by how he's done the list. But here we go, boys. Number 1. Let's read them backwards. Number 10, Jan Blachowicz. No. Number 9, Izzy. Maybe 11th. Number 8, Wonderboy. Yes. Number 7, Volk. Yes. Number 6, Prates. Top 6? No. Number 5, Max. Yes. Number 4, Piotr Jan. Yeah, I could see that. Yep. Number 3, Poetan. Yes. Number 2, O'Malley. Yes. Number 1, MVP. No. Do you think Giuliano will ever pay you? No. No, I don't. I don't think he'll ever pay me. No, but that's okay. Now we have a new fun thing on the channel. Anytime Giuliano wants to bring up his picks, or anytime the community talks about how much he pays people, we will know. I just took a 2 kilogram per... I feel you, man. That was my Sunday. I'm telling you. Prime Brock Lesnar would have wrestled... Pin it? Okay, pin it. There you go, Blueprint. Stay there. Why does he owe you money? We had a bet. That Drickus, he bet me that Sean would beat Drickus for $305, $15. Who gives a fuck? Let's call it $300. And I bet him that if Sean won, if Drickus won, he'd pay me $300, and if Sean won, I would make a 3 hour and 15-minute, 25-minute video on why I was wrong and why I made such a retarded pick. And I've been telling people I was thinking of ideas. I was coming up with segments of retardation to put in the video. And yet big old Giuliano, big dick swinging Giuliano all over MMA YouTube. That's all right. I'm a tradesman that works for himself. I'm used to this. The problem is I can't rock up to his house and park across his driveway until he pays me. So yeah, I'll have to think of another trick. I'll come up with something. Where is Nacho's list? That's the last one that I got up to. Prime Brock Lesnar would have wrestled Tom to a decision. It would be competitive. Would have been really good. Yeah, I would love to see a Prime Brock Lesnar fight Tom Aspinall. Really would. Holding your opponent just to try and catch your breath and doing nothing to actively try and hurt or submit them definitely shouldn't be winning by any... Yeah, that is stalling. That is like the least important judging criteria for sure. What's that guy that 49-46'd Izzy and the guy who... Where's the guy that 49-46'd Izzy and the guy who knocked it? Yeah, you can't have Izzy on the list and not have Sean Strickland on the list. That's the problem, right? My name is Dougie, and I want Alexa Grasso to sit and fart on my face. Bro has Prates and he's number 6. Yeah. I know. It's all right. Nobody has a better list. We could come up with a better list right fucking... What's up, Shotgun? How are you, dude? Hope you're doing good, man. Anyone in chat? Does anyone in chat want to take the time to write 10 names to come up with a better list? The list is pinned. Does anyone in chat want to come up with a better list? And we can wrap the stream up there. Where the fuck am I? The effective result of Islam's action was him being absolutely exhausted and getting pitter-patted in the face. The result of his actions were not good for him. I think it'd be completely fair to say that Islam beat himself in that round, more so than Volk hit him. But the net result is the same. It's Volk's round. Yes. Here we go. Johnny says, top UFC strikers. John Jones, Arman Sarukian, Gamrot, Marab, Murano, Hamzat, Evloyev, Sterling, and Ortega. That is a better list than Blueprint's list. It's not, Brooklyn. I'm kidding. That's not a better list than your list. But it's just as good. I'm kidding, Blueprint. I'm kidding. Both Prates and Silva will be fraud checked this year, and I'll be right again. Yeah. I think Prates will get fraud checked soon. Yeah, I still doubt the Magny fight. I think Magny took a dive. I'm not kidding. I think Magny took a dive. I've watched that in fucking slow motion so many times. I don't see the knockout. I see him getting touched. But unless Prates is like sleeps with his hands in petrol. Yeah. If Alexa Grasso was my wife, she'd never need to shower because I'd lick every inch of her 24/7, specifically her feet. Yorg is going very hard tonight. Very hard. What list is this? Don't worry about this list. My name is Johnny, and I want Aaron to... Okay, all right. This list is pretty good, but not including Ilya just to be different is retarded. Yeah, but you also you can't. I think Cheddarhead said it. You can't put Izzy in that top, which is why I said I don't know about Izzy, because there's something in my brain was like Izzy doesn't belong there anymore. He doesn't belong there anymore. He got destroyed by dominated by Sean Strickland. Yes, he got choked out by DDP, but that's because he was running away from DDP striking. Jan Blachowicz outstruck Israel Adesanya. Izzy can't be in that list. He can't be. MVP can't be in that list. Yeah. God bless the GFL. I'm going to take this down and put a GFL sign up. Uriah Faber's still fighting? I know the GFL's fucked, isn't it? The list is pretty good, but not including Ilya. Yep. Pereira, I train harder, brother. Never forget this. Good on you, Dagger. Good on you, Magomed. Good on you, mate. Dougie, you have boxers with no kicks or leg kick defense in your top 5. Yeah, top 10. Stop it. Tupuria doesn't even throw elbows or knees. He does. Am I the only one fucking tired of Bilal taking a shit on social media and not defending his title? You at least fought in July. Defend that title and get in the cage, you bum. He had an infection. He tried to fight. He was booked in to fight. His fucking toe nearly fell off. He's going to get... This isn't Bilal's fault. This is like when Leon Edwards was copping shit. And we all knew that they were saving him for the London card. This isn't Bilal's fault. I hate Bilal as much as the next man. Trust me. But we can't bag him for this. When we tear into him, it's got to be legitimate. Here we go. This is Bilal's good eyes list. Number 10, Whitaker. Number 9, Jake Matthews. Number 8, Urseg. Number 7, Quilly. Number 6, Josh Haddon. Number 5, Jack Jenkins. Number 4, Volk. 3, JDM. 2, Pereira and Ilya. That's a great list, Bilal's good eye. That's a great one. His infection healed 3 months ago. Get in the fucking case. It didn't. It did not heal 3 months ago. We talked about this. It took 11 weeks to start healing, and that was in late November. It didn't heal 3 months ago. It started the healing process 3 months ago. Oh, God. Jack Jenkins for the laughs. Jack Jenkins is a fucking goat. He will be a goat once he learns how to get up. Oh, my God. Okay. That's it. That's an hour. Look at me, boys. Look at me. I'm all dried out. Look at me. Oh, my Lord. Fucking modern bum fighters fighting once a year. The Super Shotgun, there is a video on my... I'm gonna find it for you. Shotgun? 1 second, Shotgun. I'm gonna wrap up with this, boys. Let me go to my very own channel. Check this out, Shotgun. Let me go to my very own channel as we wrap up. Go to my channel. Go to videos. Is it in my playlist? Maybe it's in my playlist. Could it be in my playlist? My Talking MMA playlist. Yes, here it is. Cool. Check this one up. Check this one out. Shotgun, this is for you, mate. This one's for you. Go and watch this video. Raid Split Decision MMA. Okay. Go and check out this video. It is about UFC title holders and how often they've fought since, I think, I started researching in that video from 2012. From 2012. They fight about once or twice a year. That is the average that every single champion has fought since the year 2012. I break it all down in that video. So feel free to go and check that out. Bilal is fighting just as often as any other champion is fighting. Yeah. Also, Doug, I genuinely don't remember, did Alex or his team make any sort of excuse for his loss to Izzy? No, they didn't. Yeah, it's pathetic and needs to be better. I mean, I can agree it is, but they should fight 3 times a year unless they're injured. I completely agree with that, Shotgun. Yeah, they should fight 3 times a year. I'm just saying, this is the norm for UFC champions. He's not doing anything different to any other champion. But I agree with the idea that, yes, they should. Modern fighters are soft and so. Yeah, I agree with that. Larry. No, he didn't make any excuses. No, he didn't. He didn't. I don't like the vibe. I'm gonna stand my base on that. I don't fucking like the vibe. I don't like the vibe of this is the guy that the UFC. I feel like no one else has really thought that or brought that up. Like the UFC has actively protected you from this guy, from the number 1 contender Magomed Ankalaev. They must have been doing that for a reason. You guys must acknowledge that Magomed Ankalaev is a very big challenge for Alex Pereira. Very big challenge. I don't like him hanging around in Australia for a week unnecessarily and going to go and hang out at concerts. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good vibe. I wouldn't do it. Not liking a fighter and still sticking up for them is true integrity. Like I said, I'll talk shit, but I gotta believe it. I gotta believe it. All right. Nacho said, "Read my last one." Where is Nacho's last one? Nacho, read my list, you mad worm. Oh, Nacho took the time to write a list. Let me read his list. All right. Alex Pereira, MVP is not the second best fucking striker in the UFC. Ilia Topuria, Sean O'Malley, Yuri Prohaska, Tom Aspinall, Yair Rodriguez, Piotr Jan, Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. We got to do the strikers. We have so much work to do on this channel, boys. We have so much work to do. We have to do the best strikers tier list, the best wrestlers tier list. We have to do the correct way to score fights. We've got a big 2025 ahead of us, boys. We've got a lot of content to get through on the live streams. We've got to get back to content live streams because we got fucking work to do. You know what I'm saying? One more thing. Like it, Dougie, because Ank has more of a chance to win. I like it because Ank has more of a chance to win. Fair. We should bring in a 6-month rule for all champions. We absolutely should. They tried to do Ank versus Alex for 300, so clearly they haven't just been trying to protect Alex. It's also clear that Dana had serious disdain for Ank. He does have serious disdain for Ank. That is true. They were trying to catch Magomed Ankalaev on short notice to give Alex Pereira a better chance of winning. So probably safe to say that it was the main thing going on there. Could be a bit of both. Could be a little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. Like they actively booked Magomed Ankalaev up for Saudi Arabia so they could do Khalil Rountree instead. Yep, that's it. I'm done. All right, boys, I'm out of here. Have a good afternoon. Have a good night. A good day, wherever you are. Raid Split Decision MMA. Fuck, I want to go. I want to fucking go. Where is he? Split Decision MMA. Split Decision MMA. Live. He's not coming up. He's not even fucking live, you dickhead. I'll see you guys tomorrow. He's not even fucking live, not the AM Pro. Is it you? Are you Split Decision? He's got 5 subscribers. Is that you? Are you Split Decision with 5 subscribers? Whatever. I'm out of here, guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this stream. Probably as much of a punishment. Could be. A little bit from column A, a little bit from column B. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You're done. Boys, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Have a very good night. Have a good day. We got a lot of work to do. Like I said, Blueprint, thank you for the list. Thank you for the conversation. He is not live. I'm looking at his fucking channel right now. I'm on fucking Split Decision MMA right now. He's got 5 subscribers. He's not live. I'm looking at him. Split Decision MMA.24. 5 subscribers. Split Decision Combat Sports. 1.7 subs. Okay, he is live. There you go. Go say hi to Split Decision. All right, I'm out of here, boys. Have a good night. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. 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 Good night. Bye.